Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. That puts them in the lead.
Now they got the most out of that possession, guys.
The Clippers trail. And he lobs it up toward the rim, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
That's the epitome of teamwork right there, Kevin, on the alley-oop.
Well, Clark, what about the finish, bringing it down with some thunder?
Yeah, lightning, too.
But I'll tell you, the pass was even better. I mean, he put it on an absolute platter for him. So if you're going to set a screen like that, you've got to make sure your feet are set.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I thought maybe he was set that time, Steve. I thought it was a good screen on his part.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Turner with a screen on Westbrook. Pass to Strong. Ball against Westbrook. And it's Turner off the drive. The dish to Jordan. Shot clock at 6. Durant against Turner. And it's Durant with the rebound. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. They set the pick. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Defense just has to fight over the top of those screens.
Especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, he doesn't miss too many open shots.
Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for Jordan. Oklahoma City shooting their first free throw of the night. Ball outside. He dishes it to Griffin. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
I like the work there, contesting that shot that looked like it was going to be easy, but they forced the miss.
You know what? He got it in close, but couldn't finish in traffic.
Now, here is Morris. He's got 8. Oklahoma City shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. Free throw good, LeBron. So both teams changing it up here. And both free throws good for LeBron. Clippers trail by 5. Brooks outside. Here's O'Bryant. LeBron with the block. To the inside. Here's Teagues. Can't get it to go. So the Clippers will take it the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Well, Kevin, they constructed a perfect offensive game plan going into that game, and it was quickly apparent how powerless the defense was to stop it.
Powerless is a good way to put it, Steve. We're unlikely to see that many uncontested baskets again anytime soon.
Smart move with that mismatch he's got.
You know what? That extra advantage sure pays off on the mid-range jumper.
The Thunder leading by 3. Durant kicks to Morris. Off the pick. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
Boy, a pick was set at the perfect angle on the floor, and he used it nicely.
Well, that's a play we may see from them a few more times.
Why not? I mean, when it works, you go back to it. Make them stop you.
And it's the Clippers with the ball, following the score by Oklahoma City. Brooks outside. Inside, deflects the pass. O'Bryant, and that one's good. O'Bryant's got his first points of the night. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first quarter. LeBron gets the screen for Morris. The drive by LeBron.
Well, a moment now. Let's check out the story on J.J. Redick. How his season went last year. Last year, he averaged 15 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. The points have been coming for him at a prodigious rate, and that's exactly what they depend on, his scoring ability and his drive.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he is, a driven player, Steve, someone who can take an opposing defense and just shatter it with his ability.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for Oklahoma City. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Well, I'm sure he'd like to have that one back, but making it a 2-possession game was the key, and he got that done.
To the inside. Redick with the bucket. Redick's got his first points in this one.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
Now, here is Morris. 10 points for him. Kicks to Jackson. 6 to shoot. Now, here is Morris. He's covered by Aminu. Redick with the rebound. Brooks right side. Stolen by Jackson. Morris. No luck. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's the Thunder.
Tune in next Sunday night, November 4th. Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors go on the road to battle the Oklahoma City Thunder. Be there.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up second quarter. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Well, they've been getting to the foul line here an awful lot. The aggressive play really paying off.
Yeah, and you know what? It also helps to put the mute button on the crowd. I mean, when you methodically score at the line, that can put those fans on their hands.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for Oklahoma City right now, Morris in at the 3. Ryan Kelly out there with Adams. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And it's Jackson in at the 2. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Berg. Hey, Doris.
Thanks, Kevin. The Beast in their last matchup against the Jazz made a big difference. He picked up 10 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what was a great exhibition on his part. The cherry on top for him, in addition to his outing, was ending the losing streak his team had been suffering through. We all know how big those moments can be for a team, Kevin.
All right, Doris. Well, what do you guys think? Does that kind of big performance energize a player in his next game, or has it, like Steve, you began taking a toll physically?
I think it just depends on the individual, Kevin. Probably depends on, how he's feeling physically overall. But usually a guy who has a big night like that, it's going to carry over. Just the confidence, it'll carry to the next game.
Yeah, I would not disagree with you there, Steve. There's something about confidence in this game that really fuels you and energizes you. When you perform well, then you feel like you can do it again and again and again.
It's a great play under the boards for him. And, that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second chance points, they're there for him game in, game out.
So both teams making some changes here. The Clippers shooting their first.
That's it. And you know this, man.
73% clip.
1:36 left in the first half. The feed to Brooks. Now the pass to O'Brien. Back to Brooks. Pass to Griffin. 6 to shoot. Makes it off the glass. Griffin's got 6.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
Yeah, and it's a strategy that has served them well in this opening half, Clark.
Here's Morris. And again, Oklahoma City, no good.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Griffin sets the screen for Brooks. Redick with it, guarded now by Morris. Here's Griffin, and nothing but air on that one.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
Here's Morris. The Clippers grab the miss.
Obviously, they're evenly matched teams on the inside. The rebound numbers are very even.
Yeah, I've been impressed with just both teams' energy, just really working hard on the board.
Brooks, the pass to Griffin. Back to Brooks. Stolen. And here we go with Morris. Running it up.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I'd say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
And a tight game here as we end the first half. Thunder lead by 1. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. You look at the Beast, he's really been playing well.
He went off in the first 2 quarters, guys. That's what we're doing. We might see some changes here in the defensive approach they use on him in the second half.
Yeah, they've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him like he has been.
Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Evan Turner. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Strong in at the 2. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Tell you what, he is so difficult to guard, especially on a shot like that one.
Now Griffin inside. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. With the break in the action, here is the 2K leaderboard to show us the league's best shooting teams last season. Number 1, the Thunder.
Now, they were a remarkably efficient offense, and I thought they just did a nice job of finding the open man time and again. No selfishness on that team.
Now, here is Morris. He's got 12. And here is Turner. Jordan up top. Paul dishes to Griffin. Stolen by Westbrook. He kicks to Morris. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway.
Well, at least the defender got his money's worth on that one.
Yep, that was an easy whistle for the official.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. Free throw good for Morris. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
Dishes it to Paul. Griffin a screen on Westbrook. Strong the pass to Griffin. And Morris comes over to help. And it's blocked by Adams. They're running, moving it up. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Here's Morris. 14 points for him. Shot clock at 6. From deep. The long distance 3 is buried. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back. The Clippers shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Here's Strong. Good, and Paul gets the assist.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
Well, this game, Clark, I mean, they're getting after it, and I think they're starting to run a little bit low on energy, possibly.
Westbrook kicks to Morris. Turner comes with the double team. Morris with the ball. Picked up by Turner. Outside Westbrook. Lets it go from deep. Here's Adams. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Perseverance paying off on the offensive boards, guys.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Paul kicks to Griffin. And again, the Clippers good for 2. So here's Westbrook. He's got 5. Passes it to Morris. From deep three-point range, and it's Griffin with the rebound. Griffin's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Paul passes to Strong. Now Morris. 17 points in the game. And it goes big with a dunk right over DeAndre Jordan.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.